way down here into a layer that's close to 10,000 years old.
Archaeologists believe they may have discovered the location of one of Egypt's sun temples built thousands of years ago.
In our world, not everything arrives with a handy label. When we stumble upon something puzzling, we typically turn to the internet or books for guidance. If that doesn't do the trick, a knowledgeable friend might come to the rescue. And when all else fails, scientists are the go-to source for answers. However, even the sharpest minds in science occasionally find themselves in a tight spot. That's precisely what happened with these 17 enigmatic discoveries featured in this video. Number 17, crystal skulls. After years of explorers and archaeologists venturing into the jungles of Central America, finally in 1924, a British adventurer and explorer named Frederick Mitchell Hedges found himself in the ruins of Lubanton in Belize. This site was meant to hold artifacts that would help us in the quest to understand past civilizations. While exploring a collapsed temple, Mitchell Hedges made a jaw-dropping discovery. He found crystal skulls. Typically, the skulls we all know are from humans or animals, right? This one is different. It was exquisite, made from a single piece of clear quartz and intricately carved. This was the first of the mysterious crystal skulls to capture the world's attention. No one, including Mitchell Hedges, believed such a rare gem could be anywhere in Belize. Mitchell Hedges claimed that his adopted daughter, Anna, found the skull while she was looking for artifacts. The story became a legend, as the crystal skull was believed to possess mystical and healing powers. Now, the mystery is just getting started. Scientists have taken an in-depth look, and yet they can't explain what this skull symbolizes. However, they guessed that it probably belonged to the Maya civilization, and that's because they are known for their fine work with jade. But creating such a perfect crystal skull without modern tools, that's quite clever and unbelievable. Apart from the crystal skull found in Belize, more skulls with similar configurations started to appear in different parts of the world, and no one knows where they came from. While some archaeologists believed these skulls were ancient Mayan artifacts, others thought they were hoaxes or creations of more recent origin. Hence, it remains a mystery because even with advanced technology, it's challenging to determine their exact age or origin. Number 16, mysterious 800 years old skull. Sealand Island is dubbed as the tiniest country in the world, but despite its size, it is a place steeped in history, enigma, and curious discoveries. Back in 2007, Danish contractors were working to replace old sewage pipes on this island when they unearthed a skull unlike any other. It was not just any skull, it was described as 50% larger than the standard-sized version, leaving all who beheld it astounded. As the workers dug through the earth, the skull emerged from the depths under a building that once belonged to a butcher. It was a head-turning moment, both figuratively and literally. The skull appeared to resemble that of a mammal, but certain features left experts puzzled. It defied fitting into established Linnaean taxonomy, and no known species on Earth matched its peculiar characteristics. The enigma deepened as subsequent investigations unfolded. Eventually, carbon dating at the University of Copenhagen Niels Bohr Institute for the Sciences dated the skull to approximately 800 years old. This revelation cast a shadow of mystery, as the skull was discovered within pipes that were just a century old. The excavation of the surrounding area yielded animal bones, stone axes, and equipment from the Neolithic period, but nothing that could be directly linked to the strange skull. It's a riddle that continues to baffle and captivate, prompting questions about the identity and origins of the skeletal structure. Number 15. Mysterious ancient iron pot. The discovery of crystal skulls indeed continues to baffle us, but the enigmatic iron cup is another find that continues to amaze the scientific community. It was 1912 in Oklahoma, a time when coal mining was a common profession. One day, a coal miner named Frank Kenwood was hard at work, chipping away at the coal walls deep in the mine. It was a typical day, much like any other, until the pickaxe struck something unusual. It wasn't your run-of-the-mill lump of coal, this was something hard and metallic. Kenwood carefully uncovered his discovery, and to his astonishment, he found what looked like an iron pot, well-formed and embedded within the coal. Now that's where the story takes a turn into the extraordinary. You see, the coal that this pot was encased in was estimated to be around 300 million years old, dating back to a geological era long before humans existed. This discovery raised eyebrows and questions. How could an iron pot, a clear product of human craftsmanship, end up in coal that ancient? It's a puzzle that baffled many. People speculated. and the story spread far and wide. Some believed it was evidence of ancient civilizations that predates our historical records. However, mainstream science generally takes a different view. While it's a captivating tale, experts have suggested that the geological processes may have played a role in placing the iron pot there in a more recent era. As a result, the Oklahoma iron pot remains a mysterious relic with a history that's still up for debate. Number 13. Easter Island Moai Statue. Let's journey back to the 18th century when a remote island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean was shrouded in mystery. In 1722, a Dutch explorer named Jacob Roggeveen and his crew arrived at this far-flung land, known today as Easter Island. What they found left them stunned and intrigued. As they set foot on the island, they were met by a sight unlike any other. Enormous stone statues, known as moai, were scattered across the landscape. These colossal figures, some reaching heights of 33 feet and weighing many tons, were a testament to the astonishing craftsmanship and determination of an ancient civilization. The mysteries began to unfold as the explorers tried to comprehend how these massive stone statues had been created, transported, and erected. The moai were carved from the island's volcanic rock, but the process of sculpting such colossal figures without advanced tools remains a puzzle. Equally baffling was the means of moving these enormous statues from the quarries where they were carved to their final positions along the island's coast. Theories suggest the use of sleds, ropes, and manpower, but the logistics of moving these massive sculptures over long distances continue to perplex researchers. The purpose of the moai also remains enigmatic. Some believe they represented ancestral spirits or leaders, while others wonder if they held a more practical function in the lives of the island's inhabitants. The true meaning behind these iconic statues is a mystery that endures to this day, adding to the allure of Easter Island's unique history. Number 12. Pella Curse Tablet. In the late summer of 1986, in the ancient Macedonian city of Pella, the sun cast its warm glow over the ruins. Archaeologists were carefully sifting through layers of history. Among them was a young archaeologist named Anna, known for her keen eye and dedication. On that fateful day, as Anna dug through the earth, her trowel struck a small leaden tablet. Her heart quickened as she uncovered a small leaden sheet. Little did she know she had unearthed the enigmatic Pella Curse Tablet, a remarkable artifact from the 4th century. The tablet, written in ancient Greek, was unlike any other. A heartfelt plea for the deities to ensure that the writer's beloved Dionysophon would marry her and no one else. The tablet also sought to bind his love, preventing him from marrying another. The Pella Curse Tablet is more than just a relic. It's a testament to the timeless nature of human emotions and the belief in witchcraft. It speaks of love, longing, and the deep desires that have resonated throughout history. Scientists are still trying to figure out whether the curse worked or not. Although some predicted that the name of the Pella Curse author is a maiden called Dagina, there's no evidence to support this claim. As such, the tablet remains yet another mystery that remains unsolved. Number 11. Polovtsian Statues. In 1936, a team of explorers embarked on a daring expedition, guided by tales of ancient legends. Among them was renowned archaeologist Elizabeth Thornton, who would soon make an astounding discovery. As the expedition ventured deeper into the arid sands, they stumbled upon something that left them awestruck. Rising from the ground were colossal stone statues, known as the Polovtsian statues. These monolithic figures stood tall, some reaching over 20 feet in height, and lined the desert like silent sentinels. Most of the structures were made in the form of warriors and others in the form of women. Although there are various types of Polovtsian statues, one of the biggest mysteries about them is that they all seem to be holding a type of vessel under the stomach. There are various shapes that the vessel may take, including dishes, pitchers, mugs, and chalices. Just as these vessels have many different shapes, there are also many suggestions as to the way they were used. For instance, they may have been urns, symbolically containing the ashes of the ancestors, or sacrificial vessels, or maybe even ritual vessels where the soul might have been kept. The discovery of the Polovtsian statues added a new chapter to the history of ancient civilizations. However, today, the origin of these ancient artifacts, the people who created them, and the meaning behind these silent guardians continue to elude understanding. Number 10. Ancient Toy. In the ancient city of Sogmatar, nestled in the southeastern region of Turkey, an extraordinary discovery unfolded in 2017, unveiling a fascinating window into the distant past. Archaeologists unearthed a tiny treasure that made them believe they had found the world's oldest toy car. This precious artifact was no modern toy but an earthenware chariot, approximately 5,000 years old, a remarkable testament to the ingenuity of ancient civilizations. It's hard to imagine a time when this little chariot, with its wheels and charm, delighted children much like their modern counterparts. Sogmatar, a city steeped in history, is believed to be the place where Moses took refuge when fleeing the Pharaoh. Its excavation has unraveled tales of the past, unveiling tombs that offer a captivating glimpse into the lives of ancient people. In total, 45 tombs were found in Sogmatar, with 3 remaining untouched since the Roman era. Each contained its piece of history, but the star of the show was undoubtedly the tiny earthenware chariot. Its age predates many of the toys we're familiar with today, making it a remarkable find. Before this excavation in 2014, a 4,000-year-old baby's rattle in Kultepe held the title of the world's oldest toy. However, the chariot from Sogmatar now rivals that claim. The excavation of Sogmatar stands as one of the most important in the region, a captivating journey through time that continually reveals new chapters in the story of humanity's past. Number 9. Crocodile Stone. Travel with us to the ancient ruins of Wat Phu, nestled in the Po Khao Mountains of southern Laos. Here, history whispers secrets of the past, and among the temple's remnants, a curious enigma awaits. Imagine standing before a massive boulder, bearing a mysterious carving. Its shape, etched by time, intrigues the curious mind. Is it a crocodile or a mold for a human body? The lines blur between the natural and the crafted, leaving us to wonder. Speculations swirl like mist in the mountains. Did this stone serve as an altar for an annual human sacrifice in the days of old? It's a chilling thought, a glimpse into practices that might have occurred in pre-Angkor times. The ruins of Wat Phu primarily date from the 11th to the 13th centuries, but archaeological whispers speak of a temple that may have graced these hills as early as the 4th century. If indeed such rituals were conducted, they belong to earlier times when southern Laos was under the rule of the Chenla Empire. This boulder, with its cryptic carving, stands as a silent witness to the ebb and flow of history. It beckons us to ponder the mysteries of the past, the rituals and beliefs of those who walked these ancient grounds. In the embrace of the Po Khao Mountains, Wat Phu guards secrets we may never fully unveil. Number 8. Monolith of Tlaloc. Let's step back in time to ancient Mesoamerica, where the land was lush and the Aztec civilization thrived. Our story revolves around a colossal stone giant known as the Monolith of Tlaloc, a deity dear to the Aztecs' hearts. In the bustling heart of Tenochtitlan, the Aztec capital, once stood the Templo Mayor, a place of immense spiritual significance. There, amidst grandeur and devotion, the monolith of Tlaloc resided. This colossal stone figure, believed to have been carved around 1400 to 1500 AD, was no ordinary sculpture. It depicted Tlaloc, the god of rain and fertility, with his distinctive goggle-like eyes and a prominent serpentine nose. This sculpture symbolized the Aztecs' deep reverence for nature and their dependence on rain to nurture their crops. When the Spanish conquistadors arrived in the early 16th century, they marveled at the artistry and the spiritual significance of this monument. Yet, with the fall of the Aztec Empire, the temple and its treasure, including the monolith of Tlaloc, were buried beneath the growing city of Mexico. However, something happened in the 20th century that changed everything. Archaeologists unearthed this colossal masterpiece, and it found a new home in the National Museum of Anthropology in Mexico City. It became a symbol of the Aztecs' rich cultural and religious history. The monolith of Tlaloc serves as a sentinel of a time when gods walked with men, and the earth's fertility was entwined with human life. Today, it stands as a bridge between our world and that of the Aztec people, telling a story that spans centuries. Number 7. Ain Ghazal Statues. The early 1980s marked a time when the Jordanian town of Ain Ghazal was mostly known for its quiet simplicity. But beneath this unassuming surface lay a treasure that would rewrite history. In 1983, during a routine construction project, a bulldozer's blade struck something unusual. This was no ordinary find. It was the head of a statue, weathered by time and soil. Workers, intrigued by this unexpected discovery, paused their work and began excavating. As they dug, more statues emerged, one after another. These weren't just any statues, they were ancient relics of a forgotten era, dating back around 8,000 years. The statues, crafted from plaster and often adorned with shells for eyes, slowly unveiled their secrets. The scale of this revelation was astonishing. As more excavations were done on the site, more than 2,000 of these statues emerged from the ground, a testament to the artistic talents of the ancient people who once called Ain Ghazal home. But it's not just the numbers that astound, but the profound window these statues provide into the lives of these ancient inhabitants. Archaeologists believe these colossal monoliths were not just figures. According to historians, each statue represents the spirits of the deceased or the deities of Ain Ghazal dwellers. The Ain Ghazal statues, a true archaeological marvel, stand as echoes from the depths of time, telling us stories we are only beginning to decipher. Each one, with its enigmatic gaze, invites us to explore a past that remains entangled with mystery and wonder. Number 6. Long U Caves. Historically, scientists have discovered several caves that help us to trace back past civilizations. But this Long U Caves is a remarkable place that has baffled scientists for years. These ancient caves, nestled deep within the heart of China, hold within their rocky embrace mysteries that are as profound as the caverns themselves. As you step into the dimly lit caves, you're greeted by a mesmerizing sight. The cave walls come alive with intricate carvings etched into the stone. These are not just random etchings, but elaborate artworks dating back over 2,000 years. The question that has perplexed scientists for generations is why and how these captivating carvings were created. What drove the ancient people to immortalize their stories on the rocky canvases of the caves, and what tools did they employ in this challenging environment? But the enigma doesn't end with the carvings. Deep within the caves, hidden chambers have yielded even more mysteries, filled with ancient relics and captivating murals. Researchers are still striving to decipher the true significance of these underground wonders. Most scientists believe that these caves were a place of worship. Others see it as a refuge during turbulent times, or something entirely different. With every discovery made, more questions arise, deepening the intrigue surrounding this extraordinary site. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. In the remote corner of our world, a puzzling enigma stands tall, a long, mysterious walled structure with an unfathomable deep hole. Decades have passed, and scientists from diverse backgrounds have gathered, drawn by the lure of the unknown. Curiosity has led them to investigate this peculiar construct, and the structure reveals its secrets in careful steps. Stairs, well worn with the footsteps of countless researchers, lead to its heart. Yet despite the endless effort of the brightest minds, the questions persist and answers remain elusive. This enigmatic structure stands as a testament to the enduring mysteries that still exist in our world, defying explanation and challenging the very essence of our understanding. But who knows? You might just be lucky to decipher its meaning. Take a look at the structure. What does it look like? Drop your opinion about the image in the comments section below. Number 5. Nazca Lines. Travel with us to the arid landscapes of southern Peru, a place where the ground is etched with history. But there's a catch. This history monument that can only be seen from high above. But how was this mysterious ancient structure discovered? Let us take you back to 1926, when a Peruvian archaeologist, Toribio Mejia Zespe, first gazed down upon a site that would captivate the world. Mejia Zespe was surveying the deserts near the town of Nazca when he spotted something astonishing: colossal etchings on the desert floor. Giant figures, lines, and geometric shapes were etched into the earth as if drawn by some ancient unseen hand. These Nazca lines, as they came to be known, stretch over hundreds of square kilometers, and their grandeur is truly awe-inspiring. The largest figures span several football fields in length, and the longest lines stretch for miles. But here's where the mystery takes root. Who created these colossal drawings, and for what purpose? They're thought to have been crafted by the Nazca people more than 1,500 years ago. These geoglyphs, some of which represent animals and others geometric designs, were made by removing the reddish-brown iron oxide-coated pebbles that cover the Nazca Desert and revealing the light-colored earth underneath. As the years passed, more of these gigantic artworks were uncovered. Experts and enthusiasts alike have marveled at the precision and intricacy of these designs. Today, the Nazca lines remain a puzzle, an ancient enigma etched into the earth, waiting for the curious to unravel their secrets. Number 4. Valleys of Wales. The late 20th century was a time when the vast deserts of Egypt still held some of Earth's deepest secrets. It was this arid wilderness that pulled the interest of different archaeologists, including Philip Gingerich, an American paleontologist. In the 1980s, Philip led an expedition into the remote Wadi Hitan, deep within Egypt's western desert. It was a place that few had dared to venture into, and even fewer truly understood. The team was driven by a burning curiosity to explore a site that had been shrouded in mystery for centuries. As they ventured into this ancient valley, they couldn't have anticipated the treasure trove they were about to unearth. Wadi Hitan revealed its secrets slowly, starting with the discovery of fossils that hinted at a time when this desert was beneath a prehistoric sea. The most astounding revelation, however, was the unearthing of fossilized remains of early whales. These walking whales provided a remarkable insight into the evolution of these ocean giants from their land-dwelling ancestors. It was a eureka moment for paleontology, but here's the puzzle that still baffles archaeologists. Why were these ancient whales, with bodies designed for the sea, found in the heart of a desert? What series of geological events and climatic changes led to this intriguing juxtaposition? The answer remains elusive, and Wadi Hitan stands as one of the mysteries that Earth's history has yet to fully reveal. This remote desert valley, once the floor of an ancient sea, remains an enigma in the world of paleontology, holding secrets that time has yet to fully unveil. Number 3. Göbekli Tepe. In the rugged hills of southeastern Turkey, the story of Göbekli Tepe unfolds like a mystery waiting to be solved. This ancient site, often described as the world's first temple, is a place where history, archaeology, and human curiosity converge. It was the 1960s, and a Turkish shepherd named Sanliurfa was tending his flock in the rocky landscape. As he wandered through the hills, his attention was drawn to an unusual sight. He stumbled upon massive stones jutting out from the earth, arranged in a circular formation. These weren't just ordinary rocks, they were ancient, carefully carved megaliths. Intrigued, he reported his discovery to authorities, and archaeologists soon descended upon the scene. What they unearthed was nothing short of astonishing. Beneath the layers of time, Göbekli Tepe emerged, revealing itself as a massive complex of stone pillars, intricately adorned with carvings of animals and symbols. Radiocarbon dating suggested that this site was around 12,000 years old, significantly older than the Egyptian pyramids or Stonehenge. These remarkable megaliths, some weighing up to 20 tons, posed a fascinating question. Who built this place, and why? Göbekli Tepe challenges our understanding of ancient civilizations. It defies the notion that monumental architecture and complex societies only emerged after the advent of agriculture. This site, often referred to as the world's first temple, beckons us to reevaluate our understanding of human history, offering a glimpse into a past we're only beginning to decipher. Number 2. Voynich manuscript. Step into a world of enigma, parchment, and ink. Our story unfolds in the 15th century in the heart of Europe, where an age-old mystery was born, the Voynich manuscript. It's a tale that has baffled scholars, cryptographers, and code breakers for centuries. The Voynich manuscript is like no other book in the world. It's a handcrafted volume filled with pages of bizarre, undecipherable text and intricate illustrations. The script was written in a unique language, or perhaps an elaborate code, that has resisted all efforts at translation. The manuscript was named after a book dealer, Wilfrid Voynich, who stumbled upon the cryptic work at 1912 while exploring a chest of ancient books in an Italian villa. Little did he know that he had unearthed a puzzle that would endure for generations. The manuscript's pages are adorned with drawings of exotic plants, astronomical diagrams, and scenes of women in the spa. But the script, a complex combination of unfamiliar characters, refuses to reveal its secrets. For decades, scholars have attempted to decode it with no success. Archaeologists and scientists began to ask questions. Is it an elaborate hoax, a cipher with a hidden message, or a language lost to history? Despite countless efforts, the Voynich manuscript remains impenetrable. This ancient enigma invites us to ponder the depths of human curiosity and the enduring allure of the unknown. It's a riddle that continues to captivate, a book that remains an open chapter in the annals of mysteries. Number 1. Mysterious footprints. A British anthropologist named Lee Marsh embarked on an intriguing expedition. Her mission? To explore the depths of the Pacific Ocean, somewhere between Mexico and Hawaii. To do this, she deployed a state-of-the-art deep-diving robot, equipped with all the latest technology. As the robot descended to a depth of 4 kilometers beneath the surface, it stumbled upon something that would baffle the scientific community. Mysterious tracks, to be exact. These weren't your ordinary tracks, they were colossal, measuring a whopping 2.5 meters in length and 13 inches deep. Such deep imprints raised eyebrows because it was believed that nothing that sizable should exist at such extreme depths. The scientists on the mission quickly ruled out mining or any known scientific operations, and these tracks were far too massive to be attributed to typical deep-sea creatures. Astonishingly, they counted over 3,500 of these massive depressions, and what's more, they weren't haphazardly scattered. They formed intricate, curvilinear patterns. The enigma of these underwater footprints has ignited the imaginations of conspiracy theorists, sparking all sorts of wild speculations. Even today, the truth behind these colossal deep-sea imprints remains elusive, leaving the world with an underwater mystery that's yet to be unraveled. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.